Hello everyone. Welcome to Angel's online platform Biology Mega Test. Question number 91. Contribution of engine house in elucidation of process of photosynthesis is that option A, only green part of plant exposed to light can convert fall air CO2 into pure air, that oxygen. Option B, green plant convert light energy into chemical energy. Option C, plant have the capacity to purify fall air into pure air, that's oxygen into CO2. And option D, sunlight is the ultimate source of energy for production for plant and animal. So in this case option 1 is right answer. Only green part of the plant that exposed to the light can convert CO2 into oxygen. Question number 92. How can we separate leaf pigment of any green plant? Option A, column chromatography, B, paper chromatography, C, electrophoresis, and D, radioisotope. So we can use paper chromatography for separation of the pigment. 93 number question. What is or are the function of accessory pigments? They enable a wider range of wavelength of incoming light into utilize for photosynthesis. They absorb light and transfer the energy to reaction center. They protect reaction center from photooxidation. And option D is all of the above. So these all are the function of accessory pigments. They are wide in range, they are absorb light, and they protect main center to the photooxidation. So option D is the correct option. Question number 94. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Photosystem 1 receive electron from photosystem 2. So it is correct. Photosystem 2 receive electron from photolysis of water. Again correct statement. Formation of NADPH is associated with photosystem 2. And reaction center of photosystem 1 is P700. So ये भी एक करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट है. ओके, फॉर्मेशन ऑफ NADPH2 is associated with a photosystem 1. ओके, मतलब PS1 के पास में सबसे लास्ट में जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है वो NADPH2 फॉर्मेशन के लिए यूज होंगे. ओके, सो इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट है सी ऑप्शन. 95 number question. ATP synthesis in photosynthesis is involves the option A, establishment of photon gradient, oxidation of water, reduction of NADP, and flow of electron. So ATP synthesis is related with the establishment of proton gradient. Due to proton gradient, ATP formation is occur. Question number 96. In non-cyclic photophosphorylation, there is photolysis of 12 water molecule. How many H plus are formed? Okay, so if you see the reaction, H2O convert into half oxygen plus 2H plus. If we have one molecule of water, then we get 2H plus. If we have a 12 molecule of water, then 12 2s are 24. 24H plus is generated, so 24 is the right answer. By which of the following complex photon is pumped to reach ATP synthetase to participate in ATP synthesis? Okay, so option is cytochrome B6F, cytochrome C oxidase, cytochrome A3, and cytochrome BC. So the right option is cytochrome B6F, which is responsible for ATP synthesis. Okay, next question is 98 number. Which one of the following event occur during both cyclic and non-cyclic mode of photophosphorylation? Option is involvement of both PS1 and 2, formation of ATP, release of oxygen, and formation of NADPH. So here the correct answer is formation of ATP, because in cyclic and non-cyclic both reaction ATP is formed, whereas in cyclic reaction only PS1 is involved, PS2 is not present. Then release of oxygen and NADPH formation is again associated with PS2 or non-cyclic reaction. Okay, so the answer is option B. Question number 99. In non-cyclic reaction of photosynthesis, electrons from chlorophyll molecule in photosystem 1 are used in formation of NADPH. What is the source of such electron? Options are light, NADPH, photosystem 1, photosystem 2, which split the water molecule. So the correct option is D option. In non-cyclic reaction, the electron source are photosystem in photosystem 2, splitting of water molecule. Question number 100. In C3 plant, when oxygen concentration is more, the oxygen bind to Rubisco and RUBP get changed into 2 molecule of PGA, 2 molecule of phosphoglycerate, 2 molecule of phosphoglycolate, 1 molecule of each phosphoglycolate and phosphoglycerate. So option D is correct. 1 molecule of phosphoglycolate and 1 molecule of phosphoglycerate is formed when Rubisco is bind with oxygen, and RUBP has 5 carbons, so it converted 3 carbon molecule and 2 carbon molecule phosphoglycolate. Site of next question 101. Site of photosynthesis in C4 plant is mesophyll cell, bundle cells, both A and B, and cytosol. So the answer is mesophyll and bundle cells, means option C is correct, both A and B for C4 plant. Question 102. Fixation of CO2 molecule through Hertzsprung path required an enzyme called peptase, Rubisco, RUBP carboxylase, and oxygenase. Okay, so Hertzsprung path means a C4 cycle, and first enzyme responsible for CO2 fixation is peptase. Okay, PP plus CO2 is bind and form a oxaloacetic acid. That is the first reaction of C4 cycle. Which of the following is incorrectly matched? Sorghum, Kranz anatomy, PS2, P700, which is wrong because PS2 is P680. No, PS2 is P680 and if PS1 is there, then correct option is P700. But here the incorrectly match option is option 2. No, photorespiration in C4 plant, in C3 plant, and PEP carboxylase in present in mesophyll cells. Both are correct. 104. In maximum plant, stomata open during a day and close in a night. It exception is a cressolation acid metabolite plant, C3, C4, and none of this. So the correct option is answer A, chem pathway or cressolation acid metabolism plant is exception for this, because stomata is closed during the daytime and open during the night time in this particular plant. Question number 105. Statement 1. In Blackman's law, if a chemical process is affected by more than one factor, then its rate will be determined by the factor which is nearest to its maximum value. Statement 2. For photosynthesis, light is rarely a limiting factor in a nature. So you have to choose which statement is correct and which one is false. So in this case, Blackman's law, if a chemical process is affected by more than one factor, then the rate limiting factor is the rate of the reaction is which is the nearest to its minimum value. So yeah, here maximum is given, so this statement is wrong. And statement 2, for photosynthesis, light is rarely limiting factor in nature, but when canopy structure is present, then light can be a limiting factor. So here this statement is also wrong. So both A and B are incorrect. So option 1 is right answer. In the conversion of pyruvic acid to acetyl CoA, NAD is oxidized, reduced, broken into one carbon unit, and isomerized. So here NAD is converted into NADH2 and it is a reduced form of NAD. So answer B is correct. It's a reduce. NAD plus is converted into NADH plus. So B answer is right. 107. Which one of the following is not included in glycolysis? Option A, substrate level phosphorylation occur. The end product are CO2 and H2O. Option C, ATP is formed, and option D, ATP is used. Okay, so during glycolysis ATP form भी हो रहा है, ATP use भी हो रहा है. Okay, substrate level phosphorylation is also occurred, but glucose is converted into pyruvic acid, not in CO2 and H2O. So B option is right. It's not included in glycolysis. It's included in a TCA cycle. Okay, question number 108. The common phase between aerobic and anaerobic respiration is called a TCA cycle, oxidative phosphorylation, EMP path, or fermentation. So in aerobic and anaerobic, glycolysis or EMP path is common. So the right option is C. Simple question, theory base. In glycolysis, there is one step where NADH plus is formed from NAD plus. This is when 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde, that is PGL, is converted into 1,3-biphosphoglycerate, that is BPGA. This reaction is shown oxidative dehydrogenation, oxidative phosphorylation, oxidative dehydration, and oxidative reduction. So in this reaction, oxidative dehydrogenation is take place and NADH2 is formed. The reaction is known as oxidative dehydrogenation. Glycolysis, question number 110. Glycolysis occurs in the dash and produce dash, which is the presence of oxygen enters the dash. Okay, so glycolysis is occur in a cytosol. नहीं तो यहाँ पे आएगा cytosol. The process is and produce. Okay, produce is pyruvate. Pyruvic acid is formed. So pyruvate is formed, and which in the presence of oxygen the dash occur, or it presence of oxygen, it enters into a mitochondria. Okay, so option 1 is correct. Question number 111. In alcoholic fermentation, what is happened? Or choose the correct option. Option A, oxygen is the electron acceptor. B is triose phosphate is the electron donor, while acetaldehyde is the electron acceptor. Triose phosphate is electron donor, while pyruvic acid is electron acceptor, and there is no electron donor. So in alcoholic fermentation, option B is correct. Triose phosphate is electron donor and acetaldehyde is electron acceptor. Okay, acetaldehyde is formed in alcoholic fermentation. Okay. Question number 112. Which of the following is not an intermediate of Krebs cycle? Fumarate, citric acid, succinic acid, and lactic acid. Okay, so in Krebs cycle, fumarate is present, citric acid is present, succinic acid is also present. So lactic acid is not part of this cycle. So answer D is right option. Lactic acid is formed in animal cells during anaerobic respiration. Question number 113. In which one of the following reactions substrate level phosphorylation does not occur? Okay, option A, 1,3-biphosphoglyceric acid convert into 3-phosphoglyceric acid, glucose 6-phosphate into fructose 6-phosphate, succinyl CoA into succinic acid, and D option, phosphoenol pyruvic acid into pyruvic acid. So the correct option is glucose 6-phosphate to fructose 6-phosphate. During this process, a substrate level phosphorylation is not occur. Okay, only isomerization is occur during this process. In Krebs cycle, the conversion of succinyl CoA to succinic acid requires. Okay, succinyl CoA से succinic acid form करने के लिए we have to required one GTP molecule. So option D is correct. Question number 115. End product of Krebs cycle from one molecule of glucose. Okay, 2 ATP, 2 NAD, FAD and CO2 में से बताना है. If we have one glucose molecule and at end of Krebs cycle, one glucose molecule is completely converted into a CO2 and water. So 6 molecule of CO2 is there. ना तो ऑप्शन बी में ही दिया है 6 CO2. Then 2 ATP molecule is consumed, 4 produced. So net gain of ATP during the glycolysis is 2 ATP और substrate level पे 2 ATP are formed. 8 molecule of NADH2 are formed and 2 molecule of FADH2 formed. So B option is correct. Question number 116. How many ATP molecule can be produced through oxidative phosphorylation of 2 NADH2 and 3 FADH2? Okay, option is 15, 24, 6 and 12. So if we have 1 molecule of NADH2, then it gives a 3 ATP molecule, but here there is 2 NADH2, so 6 ATP, and then 3 molecule of FADH2. If we have a 1 molecule of FADH2, then we get 2 ATP, and here 3 molecule of FAD given, so total 6 ATP. So 6 ATP here and 6 ATP here, so total is 12 ATP. So option D is correct. Question number 117. Terminal cytochrome of respiratory chain which donate electron to oxygen is. लास्ट मॉलिक्यूल कौन है साइटोक्रोम में? सो द लास्ट मॉलिक्यूल इज साइटोक्रोम A3. इट्स प्रेजेंट इन कंपाउंड complex number 4. In the electron transport system, the final electron acceptor is cytochrome B, ubiquinone, oxygen and cytochrome A3. So the final electron acceptor is oxygen. So C option is correct. Acceptor of question number 119. Acceptor of acetyl CoA in Krebs cycle is malic acid, fumaric acid, alpha ketoglutarate acid and oxaloacetic acid. So in Krebs cycle, oxaloacetic acid is joined with acetyl CoA and form a citric acid. So option D is correct. Question number 120. The overall goal of glycolysis, Krebs cycle and electron transport system is the formation of ATP in one large oxidation reaction, sugar, nucleic acid, ATP in small stepwise unit. Okay, so we have 3 different reactions: glycolysis, Krebs cycle and ETS. So we can produce a gradual ATP or small stepwise unit of ATP. Like in glycolysis, we have a 2 ATP molecule. Then in Krebs cycle itself, we have a 2 molecule of GTP. And then in ATS, we can get a 30 molecule of ATP. So stepwise ATP formation is there in the reaction. Question number 121. Which of the following is incorrect regarding the Krebs cycle? Option A. It is also known as tricarboxylic acid cycle. That is correct. It occurs in mitochondria. It starts with 6 carbon compound, that is glucose. That is also correct. It does not involve any decarboxylation step. So in Krebs cycle, there are 3 points where decarboxylation is occur, but option D it does not involve, but it involves. Okay, so option D is incorrect. Question number 122. Which of the metabolite is common to respiration mediated breakdown of fat, carbohydrates and proteins? Options are fructose 1,6-biphosphate, pyruvic acid, acetyl-CoA and glucose 6-phosphate. So acetyl-CoA is a common molecule in all the cycle, like in fat, carbohydrates and proteins. So option C is correct. Question number 123. Pyruvic acid, the key product of glycolysis, can have many metabolic fates. Under aerobic condition, it forms lactic acid, CO2 plus water, acetyl-CoA plus CO2, ethanol plus CO2. So if in a glycolysis, pyruvic acid is going into a link reaction. If oxygen is present, then it converted into acetyl-CoA plus CO2. So C option is right. Question number 124. Match the following. Okay, molecular oxygen, electron acceptor, pyruvate dehydrogenase and decarboxylation. ओके, कॉलम 2 में मैच करते जाते हैं. तो मॉलिकुलर ऑक्सीजन इज हाइड्रोजन एक्सेप्टर, मतलब 1 इज मैच्ड विथ 2. इलेक्ट्रॉन एक्सेप्टर इज साइटोक्रोम C, B is matched with 3. Then pyruvate dehydrogenase is converted in pyruvic acid, convert होता है in acetyl CoA, and decarboxylation is and form a alpha ketoglutaric acid from succinic acid. Okay, so if we see in options A2, B3, C4 and D1, so option 1 is correct. Okay, question number 125. Which statement is wrong for Krebs cycle? There is one point in the Krebs in the cycle where FAD is reduced to FADH2 during conversion of succinyl CoA to succinic acid. A molecule of GTP synthesized. A cycle starts with condensation of acetyl group with pyruvic acid to yield citric acid. There are 3 points in cycle where NAD plus is reduced to NADH plus. Okay, so A option is right, B is also right and D is also right. So C option incorrect है या wrong है. The cycle start with condensation of acetyl CoA with pyruvic acid is wrong. Acetyl CoA is joined with oxaloacetic acid, not with pyruvic acid. Okay, so C option is wrong. Question number 126. What amount of energy is released from glucose during lactic acid formation? Okay, options are more than 18%, about 10%, less than 7% and approximately 15%. Okay, so when lactic acid is formed, only 2 ATP is released, and if you calculate the percentage, then it's less than 7%. Question number 127, again statement wise question. Statement 1. Cytochrome C is a large protein complex attached to the inner surface of outer membrane. Statement 2. It transfer electron between complex 3 and 4. So in cytochrome C is not present in a it's a small, first of all it's not a large molecule, it's a small molecule, and it's present on a outer surface, attached to outer surface to inner surface, but यहाँ पे उल्टा दिया है. So statement 1 is incorrect, where a statement 2 is correct. Okay, so option C is right. Statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. Question number 128. Which of the following statement is not correct about the condition for plant growth? Oxygen helps in releasing metabolic energy essential for the growth activity. Nutrients are required by a plant for synthesis of protoplast and act as a source of energy. Light and gravity affect certain stage of growth. Now, these all are correct statement. Option D. Water oxidize glucose to provide energy. No, so this is a wrong statement. Question number 129. The measure of ability of the plant to produce new plant material is referred as efficiency index, absolute growth rate, arithmetic growth, and linear growth. So it's a efficiency index. ना definition है ये. A sigmoidal curve is obtained in geometrical growth because it has lag, log, and then stationary phase. Option B. One daughter cell remain meristematic while another daughter cell differentiate and mature. Option C. Of the effect of environment on meiosis, and none of the above. Okay, so if we want sigmoidal curve, then it must has a lag phase, then log phase, and then a stationary phase. Okay, then only we get a sigmoidal curve. Clear? Okay, question number 131. In this case answer 1 is right. Question number 131. The formation of interfascicular cambium in a plant is due to non-differentiation, redifferentiation, differentiation, and dedifferentiation. Okay, so it's a result of dedifferentiation. So answer D is correct. Question number 132. In aquatic plant like buttercup, submerged leaves are highly diced, whereas the emerged leaves are broad and lobed. This is the example of option A is heterophily, environmental plasticity, phenology. So it's an example of heterophily and environmental plasticity. So option D is correct. Both A and B is answer. Okay, question number 133. Experiment done by Charles Darwin and his son on plant phototropism showed that oxygen is produced in a tip of a coleoptile. The tip of coleoptile is the light receptor of plant. Within a coleoptile, oxygen moves laterally away from source of the light. More cell elongation take place on shaded side of the plant. So option B is correct. Darwin and his son observe a tip of coleoptile is a light receptor and it bend towards the light. Okay, option B is correct. Again, match the column. Question number 134. Okay, we have to match a plant's hormone and its function. Okay, so auxin is responsible for apical dominance. Cytokinin is responsible for growth of lateral buds, B5. Then abscisic acid So antagonist to gas, and ethylene is responsible for a ripening of a fruit. Okay, so option C is correct. Question number 135. Which pathway of the male reproductive system is correct for a sperm transportation? Vasa efferentia, vas deferens, and epididymis. Wrong option. Vas deferens, then epididymis. Again, wrong option. Then epididymis to vas deferens, and then urethra is the correct option. Retestes to epididymis, and then vasa efferentia, but स्पर्म ट्रांसपोर्टेशन पूरा ही चाहिए तो थ्रू यूरेथ्रा, मतलब बॉडी के बाहर आना चाहिए, तो एपिडाइडिमिस से वास डेफरेंस में जाएगा और वास डेफरेंस से यूरेथ्रा में जाएगा. ओके, so C option is right. Question number 136. The dash lead to vas deferens that ascend to the dash and loop over the dash. Okay, so prostate, stomach, urinary bladder, wrong option. The epididymis leads to a vas deferens and then ascend to the abdomen and loop over the urinary bladder. So B option is correct. The others are wrong. Question number 137. If for some reason vasa efferentia in human reproductive system get blocked, the gamete will not be transported from testes to epididymis, epididymis to vas deferens, ovary to uterus, vagina to uterus. This both are wrong. If vasa efferentia is blocked, then testes में से बाहर ही नहीं आएगा, so testes to epididymis और वाला जो पार्ट है वहाँ पे स्पर्म सेल्स नहीं पहुंचेंगे. ओके, सो बी ए ऑप्शन इज राइट. ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 138. Which of the following is true regarding male reproductive system? Okay, sperms are diploid. Wrong option. Sperms are haploid. It include testes, accessory duct, glands, and oviduct. So in male reproductive system, oviduct is not present. Scrotum keeps the testes warmer, thus helping to promote the sperm formation. Again, wrong option. टेस्टिस जो है वो कूलर रखता है 2 to 2.5 डिग्री लेस है बॉडी टेम्परेचर से स्क्रोटम का टेम्परेचर. तो अगेन रॉन्ग ऑप्शन. सर्टोली सेल्स आर फाउंड इन seminiferous tubule and provide nutrition to germ cells. That is a right option. Okay, so in 138 option D is correct. 139. Identify the structure on the basis given statement which surround the primary sex organ of male reproductive system. It's responsible to maintain the low temperature by about 2 to 2.5 degree from normal body temperature in to mature the sperm cells. ओके, तो ये जो फंक्शन है ये फंक्शन किसका है? स्क्रोटम का है. पेनिस नहीं करेगा, यूरेटर नहीं करेगा, यूरेथ्रा भी नहीं करेगा. तो स्क्रोटम इज द राइट आंसर बी. Question number 140. When semen is released by penis into vagina during copulation, then it is called. So the process is called insemination. Direct definition है ये, definition of insemination. Most of the primary follicle in the ovary normally undergo estracia and disintegrate, mature and are ovulate. are lost in menstrual flow each month, develop throughout the lifespan. Okay, so in ovary primary follicles जो है most of they are follicular astrasia and then disintegrate. Okay, 60,000 से 80,000 present है, but we required only 400 to 450 during the normal female life cycle. Okay, so सारी ही follicular astrasia में जाएगी, most of the एक ही required है per every month और बाकी सब disintegrate हो जाएगी. Okay, question number 142. Which of the following is a finger-like structure and lies at under junction of two labia minora above the urethral opening? So it's a definition of clitoris. So correct option is A. Which of the following statement regarding mammary gland is incorrect? Option A, they are paired granular structure that lies under the pectoral muscles. So it is correct. Each gland has 100 to 500 lobuled milk gland, which is incorrect. Only 15 to 20 lobes are present, so these statements are incorrect, and it's a correct answer also. The cell of alveoli secretes milk which is stored in cavity of alveoli. Right option, right statement है ये. Each milk gland or lobule has lactiferous duct that drain into opening in a nipple. Again right statement है ये. So we have to find incorrect, that is B. और उसमें क्या इनकरेक्ट है, तो ये जो लोब्यूल्स के नंबर है वो गलत दिए हुए. ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 144. इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस फर्स्ट मैचुरेशन डिवीजन इज कॉल्ड. ओके, सो इन फर्स्ट meiosis division the chromosome number is halved and it's also known as reductional division. So option B is correct. Question number 144. The LH surge from anterior pituitary gland, option A, occurs just prior to ovulation, occurs just prior to menstruation, stimulate the estrogen surge from ovary, it's responsible for follicular development in a uterus. Okay, so LH surge means sudden increase of LH जस्ट बिफोर अ ओव्यूलेशन है ना. ओव्यूलेशन 14th डे पे है और LH सर्ज उसके 16 आवर्स पहले. तो LH सर्ज इज जस्ट प्रायर टू ओव्यूलेशन एट डे ऑफ 13th डे ऑफ साइकिल. सो करेक्ट आंसर इज ए. ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 146. In humans, male germ cells differentiates into dash at end of the first meiotic divisions. Okay, so at end of first meiotic division we can get a secondary spermatocytes. Okay, germ cells, male germ cells are differentiate into primary spermatocytes, and then primary spermatocytes have a first meiotic division and they form a two secondary secondary spermatocytes. Okay, so option C is correct. Question number 147. Increased secretion of which hormone start process of sperm formation at a time of puberty? Okay, option है GH, TSH, PRL and GnRH. So for formation of sperm cells or starting of spermatogenesis we required GnRH. Okay, so option D is correct. Question number 148. The mobility of mature sperm is controlled by mitochondria located in the head, middle piece, tail and in all of them. Okay, so mitochondria is located in a middle piece. So option B is correct. Question number 149. Which of the following group of cells involved in spermatogenesis represent haploid cells? Spermatogonium, primary spermatocytes, both A and B, and secondary spermatocytes. So option D is correct because this both are 2n cells, and in question we want a haploid cells. So haploid cells जो है वो कौन है? Secondary spermatocytes, because फर्स्ट meiotic division खत्म हो चुकी है. Okay, question number 150. Select the option which show the correct part of sperm with its corresponding function. Okay, head stimulate leading cell to produce androgen, wrong statement. Head neck essential for a maturation of mobility of sperm, again wrong. Middle piece produce energy from mitochondria for tail movement which facilitate the sperm mobility, again right statement. Tail help in fertilization, wrong statement. Okay, so in 150 option C is correct. 151. Seminal plasma in human is rich in fructose, calcium, but no enzyme, glucose, wrong option. Fructose, certain enzymes, but poor in calcium, again wrong option. Fructose, calcium, and certain enzymes are present. So option D is correct. 152. Semen is a constitute of a seminal plasma with ovum, zygote, sperm cells, and follicles. So semen plasma, semen is seminal plasma with sperm cells. So option B is correct. Menstruation is triggered by a sudden decline in amount of hormone secreted by corpus luteum. Identify the hormone. Okay, so progesterone is responsible for this reaction, or so the progesterone is correct option, option C. The correct sequence of the hormone secretion from beginning of menstruation is, okay, so first जो enzyme है during the menstruation cycle is FSH, then level of estrogen is increased, and then a progesterone. Okay, so the C option is correct, FSH, estrogen, and progesterone. Select the correct sequence of menstruation cycle. Menstruation, secretory, follicular stage, and then new cycle, wrong option. Menstruation, follicular, luteal, and then new cycle, it's the correct option B. Okay, first menstruation होगा, then follicular phase है, then luteal, and then new cycle begins. Question number 156. Which of the following statement is correct regarding menstruation? Menstrual fluid can easily clot, wrong option. It remains liquid. The end of cycle of maturation is called menarche. It's a start of the cycle is called menarche, of course. So again, wrong option. At menopause in a female, there is especially abrupt decrease in gonadotropins. Okay, so menopause में decrease. And both LH and FSH attain a peak level in a middle of cycle. So it's a correct statement. Menstruation, question number 157. Menstruation is initiated by a sudden release of FSH from anterior pituitary, a lack of estrogen and progesterone due to degeneration of the corpus luteum, an increased release of estrogen and progesterone from the corpus luteum, and sudden drop in LH. Okay, so in this option B is correct option. Lack of estrogen and progesterone is reason for a degradation of corpus luteum. Okay, question number 158. Match the correct option. Okay, trophoblast, cleavage, inner cell mass. Okay, so the trophoblast is the outermost layer of blastocyst. Then a cleavage. So the cleavage is a mitotic division of zygote. Fourth option है यहाँ पे. Then inner cell mass is a group of cell that would differentiated into the embryo, and the option is implantation. So embedding of blastocyst into the endometrium, that is known as implantation. So if we match the option B is correct. Question number 159. In normal pregnant woman, the amount of total gonadotropin activity was assessed. The result expected was high level of circulating FSH LH in uterus to stimulate implantation of the embryo, high level of HCG to stimulate endometrium thickening, high level of FSH LH in a uterus to stimulate endometrium thickening, high level of circulating HCG to stimulate estrogen and progesterone synthesis. Okay, so D option is correct. If we look at the hormone, हाई लेवल ऑफ FSH एंड LH नहीं हो रहा है, तो ये रॉन्ग है. हाई लेवल ऑफ HCG तो है, बट HCG को एंडोमेट्रियम की थिकनिंग के साथ में ज़्यादा कोई वो इम्प्लांटेशन कराएगा ना, थिकनिंग नहीं कराएगा. हाई लेवल ऑफ FSH एंड LH अगेन रॉन्ग ऑप्शन है. ओके, सो ऑप्शन डी इज करेक्ट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 160. Which of the following stage of oogenesis forms a membrane called zona pellucida surrounding it? Oogonia, polar body, corpus luteum, and secondary oocyte. Of course, in secondary oocytes, zona pellucida is found. Okay, 161. In the given figure, you have to label A and B. So A is trophoblast and B is inner cell mass. ICM is inner cell mass. Okay, so option number B is correct. Trophoblast and inner cell mass or inner mass. Okay, question number 162. Fertilization can only occur if sperm reach to ampullary ischemic junction before the ovum. Incorrect. Ovum release to ampullary ischemic junction before the sperm. Again incorrect. Sperms are transported to the uterus and the ovum to the fallopian tube simultaneously. Again incorrect. Sperms and ovum both are simultaneously present in ampullary ischemic junction. That is correct option. Okay, question number 163. Which of the following does not occur in the time during and immediately following fertilization? A. Fusion of sperms and ovum nuclei, division of the oocyte cell by meiosis, implantation of the ovum in a uterus, digestion of the cell layer around the oocytes by sperm. Okay, so during the fertilization, implantation is not occur. So the answer C is correct option. Question number 164. Which of the following is first change that occur to zygote after fertilization? It divides to form hollow ball of cells, that is blastocyst. It begins to secrete the hormone. It contact endometrium wall of uterus and become bury inside. It initiate the formation of placenta. Okay, so after fertilization, hollow ball, that is morula stage, and blastocyst is start. So it's option 1 is correct option. 165. Presence of XX or XY chromosome in zygote depends on the sperm carrying X chromosome fertilize the ovum. So यहाँ पे XX बनेगा, तो ये right. The sperm carrying Y chromosome, the sperm without any chromosome. If sperm carrying Y, then only XY is formed. अगर कोई क्रोमोसोम नहीं है तो कुछ भी फॉर्म नहीं होने वाला है. रॉन्ग ऑप्शन है ये. द स्पर्म कैरिंग एक्स और वाई क्रोमोसोम फर्टिलाइज द ओवम. ओके, ओवम के पास तो एक्स ही है. इफ स्पर्म सेल्स हैज एक्स एंड ओवम के पास भी एक्स है तो एक्स एक्स फॉर्म होगा, दैट इज फीमेल. इफ ओवम के पास तो एक्स है और अगर स्पर्म के पास में वाई है तो जो zygote बनेगा दैट इज एक्स वाई. सो ऑप्शन डी इज करेक्ट ऑप्शन इन 165. Okay, question number 166. Which layer of blastocyst get attached to endometrium? Option trophoblast, inner cell mass, umbilical cord, and option both A and C. Okay, so ब्लास्टोसिस्ट में एंडोमेट्रियम के साथ में जो अटैच लेयर है दैट इज ट्रोफोब्लास्ट ओनली. सो ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट. 167. ब्लास्टोमियर आर डॉटर सेल्स फॉर्म इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ. ऑप्शन ए क्लीवेज, when zygote undergo mitotic division, fertilization when sperms enter into cytoplasm of ovum, implantation when blastocysts attach to uterine endometrium, and gametogenesis when male and female gametes are produced by testes and ovary respectively. Okay, so the correct option is 1. Blastomere are daughter cells that are formed by cleavage when zygote undergo a mitotic division. Okay, question number 168. The given figure represents the stage of embryonic development. Identify the stage. Okay, तो यहाँ पे थोड़े cells दिखाए हैं. तो ये जो diagram है that is a morula stage. So option C is correct. Okay, question number 169. Again match the column. Okay, proliferative phase, that is follicular phase. Secretory phase, it's the luteal phase. Menarche at puberty. Menstruation, breakdown of endometrium lining. So the correct option is D. Okay, 2, 3, 1 and 4. Placenta, question number 170. Placenta facilitates the supply of oxygen and nutrient to the embryo, removal of carbon dioxide, removal of excretory and waste material, and the option is all of the above. Okay, so this all are function of placenta. So D is right option. Question number 171. Identical twins results when the zygote divide and daughter cells split and developed independently. करेक्ट ऑप्शन है ये. टू eggs with identical genetic material are fertilized each by different sperms. रॉन्ग ऑप्शन है. मोनोजाइगोटिक नहीं, डाइजाइगोटिक ट्विंस बनेंगे इसमें. ऑप्शन सी, एन एम्ब्रियो split before cellular differentiation has occurred. Okay, so if zygote divide और embryo split हो रहा है, in both case identical twins results होंगे. ऑप्शन डी इज राइट आंसर. प्राइमरी germ layer are ectoderm and inner cell mass only, trophoblast, ectoderm and mesoderm, endoderm, mesoderm only, and ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. So these three layers are formed, so option D is correct. Question number 173. By end of how many weeks major organ systems are formed during the embryonic development? So ये फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर में ही हो जाएगा, तो वीक्स दिया है यहाँ पे, तो 12 वीक्स होगा. ओके, 3 मंथ और 12 वीक बोथ आर करेक्ट, बट यहाँ पे वीक्स है तो यू हैव टू चूज 12 वीक्स. Okay, question number 174. All of the following statements concerning pregnancy are accurate except detection of HCG in urine. Correct option. Cyclic release of pituitary gonadotropins and ovarian steroid is continue. Wrong option है ये, मतलब ये नहीं होगा. In mammary gland tissue of pregnant woman is stimulated by developed by a placental hormone. Correct है ये. HPL is responsible for that. The corpus luteum of pregnancy maintain and the uterus until the placenta is well established. ये भी होने वाला है. Okay, so option B is right option. Cyclic release of pituitary gonadotropin, that is FSH and LH जो है वो बंद हो जाएगा. Okay, question number 175. Colostrum is a hormone essential for milk secretion. Actually colostrum is milk, first milk. So wrong option. Can be synthesized by a new bone but not by fetus. ये तो बिल्कुल ही गलत है. Stimulate further secretion of oxytocin for uterine contraction, not required. Colostrum is a source of antibody essential to development resistance against the disease in a newborn babies. तो ये right option है. Okay. Question number 176. Which of the following hormone act on uterine muscles and cause the stronger contraction? So for contraction of muscles, oxytocin is required or oxytocin is responsible. Parturition is induced by a complex neuroendocrine mechanism. Correct statement है. Oxytocin act on uterine muscles and cause stronger uterine contraction. Both are correct statement, so option D is correct. 178. Statement uterine cells divide rapidly and cover the blastocyst. Correct है. Blastomere continue to divide and transform into a blastocyst. Okay, तो statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. तो option C right है इसमें. Capacitation occurs in epididymis, vas deferens, female reproductive tract and testes. So in capacitation means a final changes of sperm cell that is released in vagina. So its place is female reproductive tract or vagina. Okay, question number 180. difference between spermiogenesis and spermiation is in spermiogenesis spermatids are formed while spermiation spermatozoa are formed. Wrong option. In spermiogenesis spermatozoa are formed and spermiation में spermatid. Wrong option है. In spermiogenesis spermatozoa are formed. Right है ये. While in spermiation spermatozoa are released from Sertoli cells into the cavity of seminiferous tubules है. Right है option. Both definitions right है इसमें. And last again wrong option है. In spermiogenesis spermatozoa from Sertoli cells are released. नहीं, ये तो spermiation हो गया. Okay, so ये wrong option है. तो only C is correct. Both are definitions. Thank you so much.